Tim Collins with Cullman today. I'm down in the office of the Honorable Judge Gregory A. Nicholas. Judge, it's Law Day across the country and here in Cullman County. Can you tell us what that means?
Sure. Law Day is a national celebration all over the United States. We celebrate it. It is a organization, and it's a it's a ceremony that began several years ago to celebrate the rule of law and the United States Constitution. Both of those have been important to us. This is a country of laws and not of men, and it's worth celebrating. So we invited Judge Liles Burke from the Court of Criminal Appeals to help celebrate that. Judge Burke is here with us this morning. Judge Burke has served for several years on the Court of Criminal Appeals, and he is a native of Marshall County, but has very deep roots here in Cullman County. Judge?
Glad to be here, absolutely. I've enjoyed coming up to speak to Law Day. I'm on the Court of Criminal Appeals. I live in Marshall County in Arab, Alabama, but both of my parents grew up here in Cullman, so I spent summers riding bicycles all over the streets of Cullman, and even went to St. Paul's Lutheran Church for a long period of time during my childhood. So I claim to be an honorary citizen of Cullman.
Well, Judge Burke, you spoke for a few minutes in Judge Nicholas's courtroom, several attorneys, a lot of judges, a fair amount of people. You had some profound words. Can you share your highlight out of that for us?
Well, I shared with them some things that I have just seen over the years that all folks who find themselves involved in crime seem to have in common. Not 100% of the time, but most of the time. There are four things that they seem to have in common. The first is they're from a broken home, which means that not that their parents are divorced, but that one of their parents is completely absent from their lives. The other thing that I have seen is that most of them have a substance abuse problem, either drugs or alcohol. Additionally, almost all of them lack a high school diploma or a GED. And then the last thing is that that almost all of the folks that I have seen who have become involved in crime, they lack an inner moral compass or a religious faith, something which would really help them steer from the wrong to the right. And so really the focus of what I said was a call to volunteerism on Law Day again, a call to be that person in the community who helps be that father figure or mother figure for a child, a call for that person to be in the community a role model for that child that doesn't have a moral compass, a call to encourage and help and tutor that child who is thinking about dropping out of school, either to stay in school or to go get their GED if they've already been out of school for a while. So it was really a call today on Law Day to volunteer, to change this generation so the next will be better.
Well, and that's what I took from it. Those four topics, it made me think about the world differently. So when I see a young person, I'm going to probably break them down in those those four categories and see where I might fit in. It's almost that simple, isn't it?
It is, and the interesting thing is, I find most of these four things in so many criminal defendants. And so my thought is, if we could just change one of those for the better, we might help create a young person who goes on to live a productive life and can work through some of those things that that life has dealt them in a negative way.
Gotcha. All right, judges, well, I'm going to let you go. I've got one last question. I realize that Law Day is not just about serious law. You guys have some fun. I understand there's a golf tournament that a number of attorneys and judges are playing in at noon. Are you guys playing, and are you the favorites?
Judge, I'm not a golfer.
I'm a terrible golfer.
Yeah.
I would embarrass myself and anybody around me. So I may go by and say hello, but I think I'm out on the golf.
Yeah, what I do is not considered golf, so I'm going to have to opt out of that as well. But anyway, I'll see you out there, Judge.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Judges, thanks for your time. I appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.